Look at all the sages. Look at all the jnanis. What do they make out of their speech? So ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾಗ what does they speak to you? Wisdom. ನೀವು wisdom. ನೀವು wisdom. ನೀವು wisdom. ನೀವು ಜ್ಞಾನ. Wisdom. Right? So when they speak something, they always elicit wisdom. So, what comes out of wisdom? We understand with one word. They speak wisdom. A wisdom in the what comes out?
Vivek.
That's one thing. Presence of mind, another thing. Dharma, another thing.
Vibration.
Yeah, correct. Vibrations, correct. Next. Yeah. Keep telling. At least tells you. It shows you. You have come to so many satsangs.
Our wisdom in that we get peace also.
Okay, peace. How long can you retain that peace? If you want to retain that peace, you should have the power of will. If you want to have that peace constantly and consistently, you should retain and sustain peace. If you want to have peace, shanti bekadre, namage one element in us should be the power of will. What is the extent of the power of will you have? First line.
We human beings, out of 8,40,000 species, have been blessed with a unique gift. That is the power of speech.
Yes. Since most of you have this power of speech, when you come to me, the first thing I'll teach you is you have a mantra in your mouth, in your tongue, and that mantra will form a different set of feeling in your heart, and it gives clarity in your mind. So what does a mantra do? The first thing the mantra does is to induce the power of will, enhance 100% the power of will. When you go on chanting that mantra induces the power of speech and the power of will. So what happens? Whatever you do, that will be retained in your heart and in your brain. Okay? So, the power of speech and the power of intonation, go on constantly repeating that, is called as intonation. So, that power of speech, satatavagi mantra japa, and that japa will give you that power of will, and that power of will give you willpower and gives you the brain reasoning power. ಆ ರೀಸನಿಂಗ್ ಪವರ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಚಿತ್ ಶುದ್ಧಿ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಆ ರೀಸನಿಂಗ್ ಪವರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ನಮಗೆ ಬ್ರೈನಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಕಲ್ಮಶಗಳೆಲ್ಲ, ಗಬಡಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕಲ್ಮಶ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಬಂದಾಗ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್. ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ, ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ದೆನ್ ದ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಾಗ, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್, the ability to express, not only to people, the ability to express something to God. It can be done silently, or it can be done eloquently, or it can be done vociferously. So when you do that, automatically you are able to express everything. To communicate to people, you have to express everything to communicate to God. That is only because of power of will. Today what you are lacking is the power of will. You are covered by a layer. Your brain is covered by what we call, your brain is covered by what? Ignorance. So when your brain is covered by ignorance, so there is no effect of speech. So your communication skill is absolutely 0 to 1. Instead of an enlightened being, it should be 0 to infinity. Your communication skill is only 0 to 1. Just a small speck. And whatever you have been educated upon, only those skills you have. But there is no other skill. For example, your communication to people, your communication to God. Communication to people, I say, there is a lot of dearth. There is a shortage in communication to people, because for you may be adept in your skill, what you have learnt, then there is a communication gap. He is not able to understand. And what he speaks, you are not able to understand. ಸೊ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಏನೋ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಅರ್ಥನೇ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಥರ ಟ್ಯೂನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವನ ಬ್ರೈನು ಟ್ಯೂನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವಳ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಟ್ಯೂನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಆಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಅ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ಸಚ್ ಅ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಸಚ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಸೇ, ಓಕೆ, ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳೋದು ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ದೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅ ವಯಾ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ. ವೈ? Because you cannot convey. When you can't convey to an ordinary being, ordinary human being, how can you expect yourself to convey to God? Because God you don't see. So, with human people, you have to improve your communication skills. What is the power to improve communication skills? As a human being, the best thing is you improve your communication skills when you understand the vibrational frequency. So you should make yourself vibrate to that particular frequency. How do you do that? So, I tell you, you have to get into the zone of vibrations. When you get into the zone of vibrations, then you will be able to correspond very quickly and very efficiently, not only diligently, you will confirm. People will convey to you wonderfully well. You need not have that kind of an educational skills. When the soul is beating constantly and you don't know how the soul is in a rhythm. And spiritual sadhana, I tell you, or I give you, is to get into the rhythm of the soul. You know how the heart works, how the heart beats. You don't know how the soul corresponds. So, the communication skill is especially to disciple, the soul should correspond along with communication skill, your speech. And there are three modes of speech, as you all know. You can express it locally in front of God. You can express it vocally in front of God. You can express it silently through sadhana to God. And as you know, God responds. Immediately God responds. You should get that in that vibrational zone. And that vibrational zone, as it increases, there is another word for it. Well, let us not talk about it now. So what I am trying to tell you is, you should get into the vibrational zone like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, like Yogananda, like Babaji. The hallmark of these wonderful divine beings is the vibrational zone. How do you get this vibration? Just by getting into that zone, into that vibrational field. You would have known it. I would have told you 6 months or 8 months back. You have to get into the vibrational zone. All these saints and sages, the important thing is you have to get into that vibrational zone. You have to imbibe their name in your spirit. In your spirit, andre in your soul. And in your soul, how do you do it? By Nama Japa, by Seva, and then you do by Shraddha, Bhakti, then ultimate Sharanagati. But ultimate Sharanagati, you have to first understand the principles, and you have to imbibe the principles. Come what may. What prevents you from imbibing that? Because your mind tells you, no, this is not important. This is not important yet. This is not yet important. When the time comes, your mind tells you, in quotes, your mind tells you, this is not important at this point of time. I will tell you. The mind tells you, I will tell you when you are ready. It is that lacuna, it is that inertia in your mind which keeps telling you, you are not ready yet, my dear fellow. I am your mind. So, and this mind goes on giving you such kind of a thoughts. Because your mind will prompt you, oh look, no, you have still got responsibility. Your mind will tell you, no, you have got responsibility. You have to take care of this, you have to take care of that. Your mind will go on throwing you so much of responsibilities. One phone call will do the trick. Your mind will tell you, no. Or your own thought processes, your mind will induce the mind. No, don't go. No, don't go. Your mind should be like Mercury, Padarasa. That mercurial mind will give you, will infuse you, will induce you with that kind of a vibration. Come what may, I am not going to miss. Why? It is not the physical presence. It is that vibrational zone. Why do people go to Chardham Yatra? Why do people go here and there? Why? Why? For fashion? For what? Just because you want to earn a brownie point, I have to go here, so I have made this yatra. What is the use? What is the purpose? The purpose of going to any yatra is to get into the vibrational zone, so that that vibration will get into the psyche. ನಮ್ಮ ಇರುವಿಕೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಇರುವಿಕೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಭಾವನೆಗಳು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಭಾವನೆಗಳು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬಂದಾಗ ಹೇಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಬಾಳೆಕಾಯಿ ಕರೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ವೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಟ್ಟೆಯಿಂದ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಹೋಗೋತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಯಾತ್ರೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆತ್ಮ, ಆ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಟ್, ಆ ಆತ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಹಚ್ಚತ್ತೆ, ಲೇಪನ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಲೇಪನ ಆದಾಗ ಆಗಾಗ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳು ಆ ಲೇಪನ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ನಮಗೆ ಆಗಾಗ ಪುನರ್ನೆನಪು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಲೀಫ್. ನಾವು ಒಂದು ವಾರ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮಗನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಅರೇ ನಾವು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಭಾನುವಾರ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ವಿ, ನಾವು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶುಕ್ರವಾರ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ವಿ, ನಾವು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೋಮವಾರ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ವಿ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ಯೂಸ್ಡೇ ವಿ ವರ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವೆನಸ್ಡೇ ವಿ ವರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗಾಗ ನೆನಪು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವಿ ಕೀಪ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಂಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮೆಂಟಲಿ, and these prompts are only because of these prompts have put ourselves in our psyche, and these prompts get into our psyche. Psyche ಅಂದರೆ ಸೋಲ್, ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆತ್ಮ. ಆ ಸೈಕಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆತ್ಮ. ಆತ್ಮದೊಳಗಡೆ ಗೀಚೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಗೀಚೇರಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮೊಳಗಡೆ ಆಗಾಗ ನೆನಪು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಯಾತ್ರಾಸ್ so effectively. And to get an effect of this kind of a yatra, we should do continuous sadhana. ನಾವೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮಗೂ ದೇವ್ರಿಗೂ ಏನು ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಒಂದು ಫೋಟೋ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಫೋಟೋ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ರಿಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಸ್, here is God, and this God is called as so and so, Nimishamba. And that is a constant remembrance. So when you come here, you see a lot of photos. That photo constantly goes and rubs in our psyche. ಆ ಸೈಕಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಆಗಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಆ ನೆನಪು ನೆನಪು. Once you get that constant remembrance in your brain, now that will give you that right kind of an induction. Induction ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? Like an induction coil. That heat gets you. And what is that heat? That heat is called as kripa, grace. Why do we put this tilaka on our forehead? It is for people like you to constantly remind, here is a vermilion tilak, or there is a vibhuti. It gives you that, vibhuti gives you that conscious feeling of your consciousness. Vibhuti gives you so many feelings. Okay? So that is how, just by a small thought, the thought will give you so many feelings, divine feelings, soft feelings, so that everything starts from a word. And that word, in Sanatana Dharma, we call it as Om. Everything starts from Om. You have to understand, everything starts in life with one word, and that one word is called as Om. And as you go on, from Om, you go deeper into the realm of your heart. And when you go deeper into the realm, then you will start getting the vibrations from your heart. And that vibration from the heart will establish you. Now, what does that vibration induce into you inside your heart? That is why people like me will tell you, you should have one nama, Om, along with one mantra, what the Guru gives you. Because one nama I give you will get you focused into that vibrational field. So, last week I told you about Moola Mantra, Aim Reem Kleem Chamundaya Vichhe. So what does it do? It gives you the vibrational field, and you have to enjoy that vibrational field. So you have to. So what are you here for? You have to get into the vibrational field. This vibrational field will make you stay focused, and this vibrational field will not make your mind deviate. When your mind does not deviate, then the importance of this vibrational field, that effect into you. This vibrational field gives you that kind of a soothing and a smooth effect. It will help you to remain constantly focused in this vibrational field. Because in this vibrational field, it is so soothing that your mind will not waver. So, half an hour, if your mind is stilled for half an hour without your thoughts, does not get into different thought zones, then you are quite focused. That is the answer you will get. That is the whole thing you have to understand. Very important. Should not allow your mind, because your willpower is now stabilized. So what does will gives you? How does will gives you to a human being? As you know, animals are instinct based. They work on reflex. Wherein we human beings, instead of reflex, we live on awareness. Animals live on reflex. We human beings should live on awareness. We should be constantly aware of us. We should be aware of our body. We should be aware of our psyche. We should be aware of all our genes. We should be aware of our genetic background. We should be aware of our family. We should be aware of the family children. We should be aware of the genetics of our family. We should be aware of the parampara of our family. We should be aware of the parampara of our surroundings. We should be aware of each and every human being we meet and we come across in life. Are we aware? Are we aware in all these departments? Then enlightenment is just round the corner. Have you noted down the points? If you are not having these points, you work for these points. If you look at all the points what I just now told or discoursed to you, so with these points in your mind, then you are in the field of the vibrations. So what does an enlightened being do? The enlightened being only makes you get focused in all this. He is constantly in that focus. So you have to have this kind of an awareness. Constantly, in and out. ಮಲಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಎಚ್ಚರ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. With this kind of that, then you go and stand in front of God. ನೀವು ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಫೋಟೋ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ. ವಿತ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು, ನೀವು ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ವೆನ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಗಾಡ್, ದೆನ್ ಗಾಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ 10 steps towards you. This is what you will get. ಈ ಥರ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಈ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೈನ್ಡ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ಸನ್ಯಾಸ. ಓಕೆ, ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಧರ್ಮ ಬೇರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಧರ್ಮ ಬೇರೆ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಗೃಹಸ್ಥರು, ಯು ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ಆ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ So God is your benefactor, not your relatives or anything. You first understand, in your family circle, God is your benefactor. Next comes Guru, or parallelly, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವರಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರು. ಈ ಮಧ್ಯ ಏನು ಅಂತರ ಇದೆ? ಯಾವ ಅಂತರನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಗೋ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ God or Guru. Finally, whether it is God or Guru, you will get enlightenment with these 7 steps for awareness. This is what you will get. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ಸ್ ಯು, ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯು, ವಾಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೇಟ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, when you go to any spiritual yatra, it depends on the crowd who accompanies you. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆನೇ you have done so many yatras. Okay. So I have showed you the way. This is where God is, this is how God is, this is where God is in this particular temple, this is where God is in such particular kind of a Shakti. Alva? And most of you have already understood God through different kind of vibrations. So when you come closer to God, what is the first thing? You will start realizing God in you and out of you. First, it starts that God is just out of you. Out of you andre, you are closer in that vibration. Somewhere you get all this kind of mystical experiences. That's why I keep telling you, mystical experiences. And finally you realize God, and at the same moment, your left hand gives you mystical experience. What is the difference between left hand and right hand? It's only about 1.5 feet. So, you see and define godly experiences, and on the right hand, you will start seeing enlightenment. So, how far is the distance? Not like this. The distance is only this much. Boxe. On the boxe, you just take it, you give argya. When you go to a river, you give argya with both the hands. And with both the hands, when you give argya, then you put that the holy water of the river, and you touch your eyes, touch your forehead, and you sprinkle it up over your head. It's only one hand. That's how it is. So where is this? Where is this? The mystical experience is in your left hand or right hand. Depends upon what type of a hand you use. Okay? And where is God? God is in between. That divine energy is in between your 2 hands. And where does these 2 hands which you extend? You have seen Christianity. You have seen Jesus Christ. In between the 2 hands, there is this sacred space called as God. So where are these 2 hands converge upon? It converges to the center of your heart. See? So when you start converging your hand, that sacred space, you point it to your heart. This is a place where God resides. And as you go on constantly indicating the space between your heart, whatever the habit may be, you will indicate God is there in your heart. And that is called as Advaita. When you indicate God is here, That means that is Visishtadvaita. When you indicate God is everywhere, so God is Dvaita. God is everywhere. Dvaita is that God is everywhere. Advaita means God is here. Okay? And Visishtadvaita means God is between the stretched arms of my hands. So it is in that vicinity. No problem. As long as you understand God is there. So now what happens? Once you get into this vibrational field, then you will understand God is not only in photograph. God is there everywhere. So different mystical experiences start happening inside you. That is the beauty of God. That is the beauty of God. So that's how an enlightened being will work. How does an enlightened being work? Enlightened being works because he understands your vibrations. Whether we are here or whether you are in Kashmir, whether you are in Timbuktu, an enlightened being will work because he just has to focus your psyche into his vibrational. That means he will get yourself in the vibrational field of him, and then immediately he will link your vibration with his vibrational field, and immediately that vibration, that psyche will start working on somebody who is even in China, even in US, and that is an enlightened being. He works. And why I have restricted not many people to access me is because first I have to fine tune you with vibrations. I have to make you understand your own psyche, your own vibrations, so that you will go and get these vibrations. And you help people with vibrations. So, what is the zone of you to get into the vibrational field? All these points I have told you is me and you. Now, how can I prepare you to get those vibrations so that you can pass on those vibrations to the people whom you meet? First, initially, you will come here for enlightenment. Now, what is the basic criteria to make yourself get into the field of vibrations? For that, one supreme quality is, as I told you, you should be aware, totally aware. 25%. Number 3 or number 2, you should have constantly the presence of mind. And number 3 is you should have unconditional love for everybody, including animals and plants. Number 3. And number 4. All these 3 put together, the 4th quality automatically comes inside you. Or the 4th quality is compassion. And compassion has lot of miniature qualities. You should be having love for everybody, which I already told you. You should lend your ears and you should lend your heart. You should not have hatred. You should not have likes and dislikes for people. Oh, I like someone because he has done you some favor, so I am supposed to be okay with him. You should not have all these likes and dislikes. You should not have likes and dislikes at all. Raga dvesha irkudu. Maximum you can keep away from people. But you should not love or hate anybody. I should say love and hate will not be there, but likes and dislikes. You should be cordial. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೇನೆ 100% ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎನ್ಲೈಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನಾ ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು. ಖಂಡಿತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಇಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟೀಸ್, you become secure. Once you become secure, then safety is the next thing you will get. You think you are secure only with money, with name, fame and all that. You are wrong, totally mistaken. You are wrong. You will not be secure till you imbibe all these qualities. Enlightenment is very simple, but imbibe all these qualities. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ಎಷ್ಟು ಓದಿದ್ರು ಏನು ತಲೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ತಲೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಈಸಿ, ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಬಟ್ ಮೈಥಿಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿವೈನ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇಂಬೈಬ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಹರ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್. So these are the points all of you have to follow. Okay, these are very subtle and salient points. Okay, second point in that book, in the same chapter, what is the second point? This is the first point. What is the second point?
Our ability to communicate verbally with each other using different languages and scripts sets us apart from animals. Shall I repeat?
Repeat, yes.
Our ability to communicate verbally with each other using different languages and scripts sets us apart from animals.
Correct. I already told you. Point number 3.
Our speaking ability has immense potential to make our life extremely powerful.
Yes. Because your speaking ability brings you communication skill. And what does this communication skill? Don't read, look at it. Communication skill, what does it do? It brings you to communicate verbally. It also brings you the ability to commune verbally, as well as people listening to you will get into the zone of vibration. What is the quality of a human being? The quality of the human being is, once he communicates properly, you are able to communicate and get into your vibrations and vibration zone to them. It may be a group, it may be a group of people, it may be anybody, 1 or 100 or 1,000 or 10,000. The ability to communicate wonderfully well with vibration. The example, especially when you see youngsters suddenly meeting their heroes, physically. What is the thing you absorb? When, for example, it can be a heart throb for youngsters. What is the first thing you absorb? Suddenly, you meet your heart throb. You may be an actor, who may be an actress, or you may be a very important figure, especially for youngsters, or even up to 40 years. What is the first expression when you meet them? What is it you get? Tell me. All of you. ಹೇಳು ನಿನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಬಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಮೀ. ಸಡನ್ನಾಗಿ ಯಾರೋ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರು ನಿಮಗೆ, ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಏನಂತೀರಾ? ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಆ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತೀರಾ? ವಾವ್, ಹೋ, ಅ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರೆತ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಕಿರ್ಚ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಯು ನಾಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಇಟ್? ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು. ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಮೀಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಥ್ರಾಬ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇವರು their favorite actors, actresses, ಅಂತ ಕೂಗ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. Why do they do it? Why? Because when you see them, knowingly or unknowingly, you are vibrating with them, because their heart, your heart corresponds with them through vibrations. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? And you see mass and mass of people gathering, immediately they say, oh, wow, wow, ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಕಿರ್ಚ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. Vocally they express themselves because they cannot control their vibrations. ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಿವಿಯೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಕೆನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನೇನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ವಾವ್ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನೇನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಜಂಪು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ದೇರ್ ಓನ್ ಸೋಲ್, ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ದೇರ್ ಓನ್ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಹೊಡೆದು ಕುಪ್ಪಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಇನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ you get into that zone of vibrations, then the whole body throbs, the whole heart beat increases. Now you imagine, if you meet God, what is your feeling? Either you will exclaim, or you will just be silent. Because God has the power either to make you express silently or makes you to shout. Wow! I am not shouting. A mic itkondu I cannot shout. And that is why after 40 we have to express silently. We will be made to express silently. And that expression silently, the whole body gets into goose pimples. The whole of you gets into that goose pimples. ಮೈಯೆಲ್ಲ ಜುಮ್ ಅನ್ನತ್ತೆ. ಆ goose pimple effect ಬಂದಾಗ, and that is 90% the effect of Kundalini. That is where you will get surcharge and charge of Kundalini. Up the spine, from the Mooladhara, it raises up either to the, before going to the Sahasrara, first thing it gets into your Vishuddha or Anahata, Anahatak hodaga you get that supreme love and compassion. When it goes to the Vishuddha, then you will have what we call it, when the Vishuddha is charged, then you will get eloquent speech, the ability to grasp, and the ability to communicate. And then it goes to the Agnya Chakra, where you will be seeing a lot of visions. And then it goes to the Sahasrara, then you will get completely enlightened, and that enlightenment is called as mysticism, mystic. You become MYSTIC. You are a mystic. This is how you correspond and respond to God.
For more satsangs from Sri Sri Nimishananda Guruji, subscribe to this channel. Click the bell button below to get notifications. Like and share the video and spread the divine message.